what's up you guys? Welcome back to the Cordial Media YouTube channel. My name is Adriana and I run a Pinterest marketing agency called Cordial Media where we offer do-it-for-you services for bloggers, influencers, and e-commerce businesses to help them drive traffic and sales utilizing Pinterest. Today's video is the last installment of our series on how to create a Pinterest strategy. And so we're gonna dive into all the Pinterest tools that help me and my clients succeed on Pinterest. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button and to hit the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video here on the Cordial Media YouTube channel. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like as well, as it really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, let's dive into the very first tool that I love to use for Pinterest marketing. The first tool that I love to use, that I use all the time, that my graphic designer uses all the time, can you guess what it is? If you can guess what I'm gonna say as the graphic design tool of choice for Pinterest, write me in the comment box below. But you guessed it, it's Canva. We love Canva. Me and my team, my graphic designer uses it all the time. I've actually invested in Canva Pro because you can upload different fonts for our clients and things like that. And you do also get access to some other features, but the Canva free Canva plan is amazing as well. And that's what I used for years and years. And so if you don't have too much money and you're just starting out, then utilizing the free Canva plan to do all of your pin graphics and designs for Pinterest and things like that is a great tool to use. So like I just mentioned, we use Canva to create pin graphics the most, video graphics as well. And then sometimes we'll use Canva to even edit a video that we're repurposing from Instagram. So Canva is amazing. It's got so many features and tools. It allows us to do everything really seamlessly too. It's super user-friendly and we literally use it every single day. The second tool that I cannot live without when it comes to Pinterest marketing is Tailwind. I love Tailwind. If you don't use a scheduling app like Tailwind, then you're seriously missing out on some Pinterest growth. Tailwind is probably the single most important element of my entire strategy. I mean, it's not the most important, but it's definitely one of the most important of my Pinterest strategy. If you want to learn more about my Pinterest strategy, check out my video on that below in the description box below. But Tailwind is what helped me and all of my client accounts grow exponentially because you can schedule your pins at the most engaged times. It tells you when you're over pinning and you're at risk for spam. They now actually have a design tool in their called Tailwind Create. Like that's kind of like Canva, that makes it easy for you to create pins. I don't use it, I love Canva, but you can if you choose to just use one tool. Tailwind is an affordable scheduling tool as well. They've increased their price slightly recently. If you're gonna commit to a plan, I highly suggest you getting the advanced plan. It's a bit of an investment, but it's not major, and you can take the monthly plan to make it more digestible as well, as opposed to paying for the yearly. Another reason why I love Tailwind so much is because they provide you with some analytics. So they tell you how many times your pins were repinned. It tells you if you've increased or lost followers. It also gives you just like a clear indication of whether or not your Pinterest account's going well or if something's off on your Pinterest account, because it sends you weekly updates by email. Tailwind has communities where you can add your pin to communities where other people have the opportunity to repin your pin. So that's great for pushing out your pins in the algorithm further if they do get repins through communities. It's just a great tool. It's easy to use. I love it, and I highly recommend you using Tailwind if you don't have a scheduling app at this point in time for your pins. The third tool that I use every single month, I use this tool to send to my clients some resources, and that is the Pinterest Trends tool. So the Pinterest Trends provides you the trends of the moment and what's to come in terms of trends. It gives you a clear indication as to what type of content you can create before a trend really does pick up steam in the algorithm. So you can capitalize on creating blog posts or uploading products that relate to certain trends. So you can capitalize on the success of a trend and hopefully help increase your traffic to your site and your sales as well. So the Pinterest Trends tool is great. It gets updated about weekly. Sometimes it's a little slow to get updated, but overall it's a trend. It's a tool that I use not only to send the trends to my newsletter, but also to my clients every single month. So if you're not using this tool to plan your content or to see what's coming up in the Pinterest world in terms of what's popular right now, then you're seriously missing out. So I highly recommend you checking that out too. The next tool that I love as well is similar to the trends, and that is Pinterest Predicts. So in 2020, they did an experiment to see if they could predict what was going to trend in the algorithm, and about 80% of the searches that they predicted were going to trend actually did. And so for 2021, they released a Pinterest Predicts in terms of what's going to trend on the platform in 2021. And that is often something that I refer to as well. If, for example, when I'm sending my trends list to my clients or my newsletter, then I also usually tend to add a few of the Pinterest predicted trends to help give more ideas to my clients in terms of content to create, and just to help them capitalize on successes on the platform. The fifth tool that I love to use too when it comes to Pinterest marketing, which is very important to use, is Google Analytics. So Google Analytics will indicate accurately the traffic on your site from Pinterest, the users from Pinterest, the unique visitors, the page views from Pinterest, the bounce rate. It tells you it gives you clear data on the behavior of your Pinterest audience as well on your site. So it can give you so much information as to how you can further optimize your site and how you can retain Pinterest users longer on your site once they do land on your pages and your blog posts and your product. Google Analytics is what I use to report the traffic every single month to my clients as well. They love it. They use it all the time themselves to track the traffic overall on their site, but I use it specifically for Pinterest to see whether or not there is success when it comes to the Pinterest strategy that we are implementing. Of course, if I'm using Google Analytics as a tool, I cannot go without using Pinterest Analytics too. I love the Pinterest Analytics to let me know what's going on with the content on the platform at the moment. So Pinterest Analytics is great to let you know which pins are performing for you, which pins are giving you success on Pinterest, and what type of content is resonated with your Pinterest audience the most on the platform. So if you really do need a deep dive in to understand the nitty-gritty of how to use Pinterest Analytics and Google Analytics, you can check out my video on Pinterest Analytics tip in the description box below as well. The next tool that is a little bit less utilized, I find, but that can really help your Pinterest success, that is the Tasty Pins plugin. So this is only for WordPress site users, but you can buy the Tasty Pins plugin. It's about $30 every single year, where it gives you a box to add the Pinterest description, the Pinterest title, as well as the alt text on every single image on your blog or your website. If you're able to add the right description to your with your Tasty Pins plugin for all of your images, whether it be your alt text or your pin description or your pin title, it's super helpful for somebody who wants to pin an image from your website directly. The reason why it's so helpful for you is because you'll know that your pin description is already SEO optimized for Pinterest. And so when somebody comes to pin your image from your site on their Pinterest account, it has a chance of getting traction on Pinterest as well. So you're giving it its best chance of getting extra clicks on Pinterest from other people for the sake of your benefit. The next tool that I really love as well for all websites is the Pin It plugin, again for WordPress users only. The Pin It plugin it's a call to action essentially to get people to pin your images on Pinterest. And if they pin your images on Pinterest, then you're always given an extra chance of getting more traffic on Pinterest from their audience on their account. So having the Pin It plugin is super helpful too for your Pinterest strategy and can really help increase your traffic overall, especially if your images are so beautiful that people want to pin your content to come back to later. With that said, that is all of the Pinterest tools that I love to use to benefit my Pinterest marketing strategy for my clients. So I hope this video was helpful for you as well. Let me know in the comment box below which tool you didn't know you absolutely needed and which tools you already knew you were using and you love. On that note, I will let you guys go. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and we will chat in the next video. Bye.